I'm really excited to be here. Obviously, I've been here about a month now, but the transition is great. Getting along with the team very well. The chemistry amongst the team is it's welcoming, and it makes everything easier on us early grads. I know it's made a lot of things easier too, getting along with my roommates so well. We're all in the same scenario. We all came early from high school. Same place we're in for the most part, similar classes, doing the same weightlifting, so the transition has been a lot easier than I thought, and so far I've had a really great time.
The biggest difference coming from California to Alabama?
There hasn't really been too much of a difference, I would say. We're so busy down here, you don't really have time to think about the change and the transition of everything, so that's another thing that's helped out so much. But yeah, for the most part, the change wasn't bad. I mean, the weather's a little different, but that's nothing that I can't bear. It's a little cooler here, but it's not anything that's dramatically different.
What's this day like for the guys who are already enrolled? You don't worry about signing or doing anything like that?
It's a relief, and it's also exciting because we get to kind of sit back and watch the other recruits from around the nation kind of decide where things play out. And for the most part, we've become friends with a lot of these players through the camps and the games that we've got to play in. So to see how everything kind of unfolds, and to see how some guys get to come here and where their future is based on, and that we'll be playing in the future is really exciting.
What's your mindset with, obviously there's a job opening and you got a whole spring to compete. What's your mindset on that situation, trying to earn some playing time?
Well, right now I'm just focused on getting down with the playbook, getting stronger and preparing myself just for the season as much as possible. The depth chart is something that I'm not completely worried about right now. I want to improve myself and my game as much as I can. Obviously, coming from high school to here, it's a big change. So I'm going to try to get in transition as best as possible and get familiar with the coaches and the teammates. So that's what my main focus is right now.
What is the goal to start next year?
My main goal is to compete for a spot, obviously, but right now, I mean, that's big picture things. A small picture, what I'm focusing on right now is to get the playbook down and take it step by step. I think that's a while away from here, so I don't want to say anything, make any statements right now.
Jake has obviously been through it. Does it help that he's been through it? We had to learn the offense recently. I mean, does he help you? Do y'all interact a lot?
Absolutely. I think all the quarterbacks can be in the same situation because since last year was Coach Kiffin's first year, they're all somewhat new to the offense. Obviously, they're more familiar with it than I am, so they can help me along the way. And I've been getting together with Coach Mortensen a lot to get through the playbook and get more familiar with things and prepare myself as best as possible.
So the hardest part of learning that playbook?
I'd say the terminology so far. A lot of the concepts are similar that we've run at camps and in high school, but there's a lot more responsibilities, obviously, with the line and the receivers and the play calls, the defense, everything. It's a lot more complex, and the terminology is always going to be different. So when you're moving from one offense to another, it's difficult, but it's something that I look forward to taking on the challenge.
Coach Saban mentioned you among the players that helped recruit this new class. Is there anybody in the class that you feel good about your part?
I mean, I can speak highly about our whole entire class. I'm extremely excited to play with these guys in the future. Obviously, big names like Damian Harris and Calvin Ridley, those are guys that are going to make a big impact, I believe, in the next couple of years. Top recruits, and I know that both of them have extremely great work ethics, and they have a good head on their shoulders, and their mindset and their preparation for college football is going to make them successful.
Yeah, I meant, did you feel like you really helped get any of these guys?
I don't want to take any direct credit for anything. Obviously, us players and recruits have a say in things, and we can get in communication with these guys a little easier than the coaches can. So when we put effort into it and get to befriend some of these people and give them our opinion on how they can fit into this program, I think it will make a difference.
On the field, what do you think your biggest priority is?
The biggest thing that I consider myself is the pocket passer with the ability to extend the play. I think that's the biggest thing that makes myself stand out is to extend the play. Obviously, I don't want to be categorized as a dual threat, specifically running quarterback, but I mean, I like to think that I can take advantage or pick apart the defense, throwing the ball, and if need be, to run the ball. The weaknesses is obviously right now is just getting familiar with this offense and being able to prepare as best as possible.
How well do you know Coach Kiffin, and how does that relationship kind of affect your recruiting?
I've got to know Coach Kiffin very well, obviously through recruiting. I got to officially meet him about last summer is when we first got in contact, but ever since then we've stayed in close contact and got familiar with each other.
What's it mean to be a part of a number 1 recruiting class?
Oh, it's a great honor. Obviously, having another number 1 recruiting class it's great to be able to play with these guys in the future. Top players in the nation. So when we all get together, hopefully something special can happen.
What's a 4-week first impression of Scott Cochran? You just want to share that?
He's very intense. I think that'd be the word to describe him best. The workouts are extremely difficult, and the tempo is something that we're all unfamiliar with, but we're starting to transition and get used to it. That was the biggest thing kind of coming in is the speed and the tempo of things, but it's been extremely productive, and I know all the early grads have seen tremendous results in such a fast time.
About another minute before we switch and take these 2 up front.
What's your weight right now? What do you want?
Right now I'm about 205. Hopefully by season I can be around 215, 220. That's ideal.
How far can you throw it?
How far can I throw? Currently right now I'd probably say around 65, 70 yards.
Go back to Lane Kiffin. Were you getting a little bit worried when there was like stories circulating that he might go to the 49ers or anything like that? Or?
I trusted the program. I trusted Coach Saban and Coach Kiffin. Obviously, college football things change on a dime, so you would never really be too familiar with what's going on all the time. But I know that if anything were to happen, that Alabama's obviously going to get a top-tier coach, so you can trust in the system and trust in the program that will remain to be successful. The coaches are going to hire the coaches to help prepare us best for the future and our career here.
What's Dallas Womack like? Y'all are roommates, right?
Yeah, Dallas and I are great friends. He's a great kid. He's got a good work ethic. Obviously, his brother had great success here, so we get along really well. He's one of my best friends here so far. Good personality, and he's really a great kid.
I know you also tweet out, I don't get tired. Marlon, somebody has pictures of you sleep. What do you say to you?
It wasn't really sleep. It was just like kind of resting. But that's just kind of an inside joke that started back home, and it kind of blew up on social media, and just kind of went and had fun with it. Obviously, it's nothing too honest or truthful, but it's just something to have fun with on Twitter, and I like to get along with the fans with it, and people back home we relate to it.
All right, guys.